Hi guys, today we're going to learn a couple more commands to work with files. They're very important commands, so you should know. The first thing I want to go through is the commands that we learned in the previous lessons. There's a couple of very important commands that we should probably cover, so that you have no confusion. Those are like basic commands. So the first thing I want to cover is the notion of changing directories between the current directory, parent directory, and home directory. So let's start with the current directory. So the current directory can be referenced by just simple dot. So this one dot refers to current directory. So let's say, for example, we create a new directory. It's called test. Let's go inside there. So inside this directory, if we say cd change directory and press dot, just one dot, nothing will happen because we end this directory. So you probably will say like, well, this is very useless. Why do we need it? At this point in time in the class, you probably will not use it, but you should remember and you should really understand what it does, because in the future you will really need it once you start learning how to run scripts and programs. This will be very useful. So just remember that that is the current directory. For example, let's say we have this file txt, right? Let's say we want to create file txt. We can create it like this. We can say current directory create file hi txt, right? There's no difference between this statement and this statement, but just wanted to show you that that means current directory. Okay, so what does two dots mean? Two dots mean parent directory. So boom, and we in the parent directory. So yeah, so this is the child, this is the parent, right? Okay, so this is very important concept. Please don't neglect it. This is very important. Okay, the last one I wanted to cover is home directory. Home directory is this symbol called tilde. I mean, you can look on your keyboard. There's basically a shift and tilde, and that's how you generate this tilde command. This is also very important. This basically refers to your home directory. If you want to see what it refers to, you can just do this. Here you go. For me, it's user in my name. So for example, I can go do something like this. Boom. And now I'm in my home directory. So I just gotta go back to where I was. Okay. Okay, so just remember these two things, right? Like current directory, parent directory, home directory. You really have to know it. It should be embroiled in you. Okay, so let's learn some new commands today. Well, the first command you probably want to learn is clear, because you see we have all this garbage that I showed before. So in order to clean it, we can just like this clear. Nothing in there. It's actually very good to when you're starting something new. In my work I do clear very often. The second command you want to learn, let's say you write some command and you forgot what kind of command did I write. The other one is called history. History basically will tell you all the history. I mean, not all, like there's certain buffers, so only certain commands that you'll remember. There is a way to change it. I mean, at some point I'll teach you how to do it. So yeah, over here you can see the type of the commands that you type, right? Okay, cool. So now the other command I want to show you is called find. So let's say if you have a very big nested directory structure and you want to find one of your files. Remember we create the file in test directory called the hi txt. Let's say we don't know what's there, right? Let's say we did the ls here and we're like, okay, we have a names txt test, and let's say test could be a very deep directory and there's like 1,000 more directories. In order to find our file, we basically say command find, then the directory which we want to search. In this case, we want to search current directory. And how do we do current directory? We press dot. There you go. So basically current directory. Then we gotta say the type how we want to search, because the find is actually a very complicated command, meaning like not complicated, it's easy command, but it supports a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of ways we can do it. So the most easiest one is use this option called name, because we want to search by name, and then we type the name of the file that we want to search. Boom, it tells us the full path. When you have like huge directory structures, this is a very useful command. I use it a lot. Okay, cool. So now let's do some file manipulation. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you is, you know how I keep typing ls, right? Ls has some of the cool options. Is ls-la. Basically, what it'll tell you like permissions that we're not gonna go through permission in this video. But then it tells you like the user who created to modify the file, which group of user. We also will go through it later. And then it tells you when the file was last modified, right? So then file name, of course. Oh, and you see the cool part? It will also show you that this is the current directory and this is the parent directory. Imagine this is actually file names. This is just file name that refers to this directory, and this file name that refers to parent directory. Yeah, you'll also probably type lsla a lot, because yeah, the best stuff is it shows you the modification timestamp. Okay. Now I created this file called names.txt where I just type a bunch of random names. Interesting. Hold on, let me. Okay. Yeah. So I thought I typed more names. That's why I was a little confused. Okay. So I typed a bunch of names in that file. If you want to find out how many, oh, actually, let me show you this other command called man. Man is basically says manual. So I want to use a couple of options. I want to output the line numbers in here because I don't know how many names did I put, right? So I want to figure out, okay, can I see the line numbers next to the names? I forgot that the option that cat supports, because cat has like, different flags and stuff. I assume it's probably n, but I'm not totally sure. So let's do man cat. It's basically built out with a manual file command. Over here we can look at the number most likely. Yeah, here we go. I knew it. Okay, so what we can do, I mean, I don't know if you guys gonna use man a lot in this early stage, but it's very useful tool to use. It's basically just a manual for all the commands. Okay, so let's see. There you go. Okay, we get the line numbers, names, right? So we got 14 names, right? Simple file. Okay, so now let's say if it was file was like 1,000 names or like million names, right? I mean, if the file gets too big, sometimes it even takes time to open it, right? Or like, so this other command called head basically tells us, okay, show us the first 10 lines of the file. Boom. You see it started here, so 10 lines. By default, you use 10. I think you can also specify flags, say like show me first 3 lines, for example. You just say n and then the number of lines you want to see. Alternatively, we can use this command called tail if you want to see the end of the file. There you go. It shows our 10 last rows. Yeah, you see, it starts with Ali, so it cut those ones. Okay, and I'm sure it supports the 3 to see like three latest rows. This is actually very useful for big files. I mean, the small file probably you can see that much use in it, but for the larger files, it's very useful. Okay, let me show you some other one. It's as you can see let me show you again. As you can see, our names are not sorted. They're like in random order, right? So one thing we can do to see it in sorted order, it's type command sort names. Here you go. It outputs all our names in sorted order, which is very useful. One thing we note that we have two names of the same Edward, which is funny because not that popular name in the US. But yeah, so let's say we want to output only unique names in our file. So what we can do, we can type -u, stands for unique, sort -u unique. There you go. We now only have one Edward. Okay, and one last command that I want to show you is, let's say we want to change a name. Let's say this guy Roberto was typed incorrectly and it should be Robert instead. What we can do, we can type this command called set and say we put the colon and then type S and the name that we want to replace, Roberto. Make sure that your cases exactly matches. You know, it starts with capital letter. There we go, Roberto. You put another slash, and then let's rename it back to Robert, or something completely different. Let's rename it Panda, and then we'll have to put another slash, and colon, and names.txt, the file name. So just remember this command. I get it. This is like very unusual. But it's very useful, so you will see it in the future. Boom. There you go. Where is our Roberto? Well, it should be Panda, right? Yeah, here you go. Here's our Panda. Yeah, so this is the couple of commands. Try to watch this video a couple more times to just remember those commands. They might not seem as useful right now, but they're going to be very useful in the future. Alright, see you next video.